Good afternoon, my lovelies. How are you? I'm good. For those of you that are new, my name is Erin, and this is Ageless Beauty with Erin. I've been concentrating mostly lately on just get ready with me videos, so that's what we are doing. Today we're doing a makeup roulette. I haven't done one in a hot minute, and I am thinking it's time we do. It's just time we do. So that's what we'll be doing. I've got my little thing ready. We'll get it going here in a minute. Just want to remind everyone, if you love tattoos, if you know someone that loves tattoos, if you plan to get a new tattoo, please check out the link below for the tattoo Mad Rabbit. Use my affiliate code, guys. Get 20% off all your products. So just a quick note there, and we'll move right on. So what I've got is my app pulled up. I'm going to write everything down. I'm going to make a couple of notes here. If it comes up something that I have used recently or a lot, I'm going to go with something else because I want to do this look today with things I haven't touched in a while. And second note is the lashes. I threw away so many lashes not that long. Well, when I had on extensions. And I kept some, and the ones I kept I've updated. But since then, I've bought in more since I had to get rid of lashes. I've brought in more lashes, and I've deleted more lashes. So I'm just going to pull out a pair that I haven't used in a while that I need to use because during that lash appreciation week, I got another pair, exact same one. So I kind of need to use these more because I got a brand new pair over here. But without further ado, let's get started. So like usual, I'm just going to start at the top, do the pick for me, and go with that. So it might take me a minute to write this down because I typically like to go in order when I'm pulling my products. I can't today. So first one is setting powder, and we're going to use the Essence Brighten Up. I did recently use this, but I've only got like three setting powders, so it's kind of like is what it is. Now, face primer. OFRA Cucumber. Mascara. Perversion. I have to write it down so I'd remember to post it in the comment or in my down below. I always post everything that I use. Normally when we do these makeup looks, I don't show you each individual thing, so I like to make sure it's down there. If you're interested, you can ask me questions, look it up yourself, whatever. But since I'm not pulling these myself and I'm using this, I have to write it down. So that's why it's taking a little bit, and I apologize. It's kind of clunky when I do this. Lipstick. Frisky Fuchsia. Fuchsia, sorry. It's a pink, so I should be able to make it work with whatever eye look I do, because obviously I don't know. Highlighter is the IBY Radiant Glue. Foundation, ColourPop ColourPop Pretty Fresh. Hearts, you know, hearts. Words are hard. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna ask him to take my wheel here before long. Where am I at? Finishing sprays. The Morphe Continuous. Eyeshadow palette. Here is the moment of truth. ChocoFusion. Do I even have? Oh, I do have that. It's right here. So I haven't used this one very much. This was another company that reached out to me to do an affiliate with them, and I bought a couple products. They did give me a discount. I bought a couple. This is one of them, and it's, you can tell I've pretty much ruined it by pulling stuff out. trying to see if I left enough in here to do a look, because I pulled out all the... Okay, I'm going... I should be able to make this work. I just might have to pull out another palette for transitions and lighter colors, or I can pull out the travel one. So, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pause because all that fell out on my desk. Okay, that was a mess. So I am going to stay with this palette. I probably won't use it again after today. It's just, I took things out. It's falling apart. It's whatever. And that's really no indication of the palette itself. That's me, because I made a one of these to-go things for Mexico, which was a total joke because everything broke. But as you can see, these little round ones are all the little ones I pulled from that palette to take with me. So between those two, we're going to do it. But then I have already removed it from my roulette for next time. It's just going to be a little bit difficult, and I have to pull in other palettes. And, you know, sometimes it's all about the ease. So I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in, so I will probably get that plugged in and ready here when I start pulling stuff. Okay, now that was the eyeshadow palette. Let's do eyeliner. Peacock. So, that is, if I'm not mistaken, is that this one? That's the green. So, we'll make it work, right? We'll make it work. It's what we do. Okay. That's why this makeup roulette is fun, because of this. It challenges me to do something different, to use products that I bought and haven't touched in a long time for various reasons. I bought it, probably loved it, found something I liked more, and it's just been sitting there. It's funny because over here I have all my palettes in the bottom row of a little movable shelf. But right here in front of me are the ones that I use the most. And that's why when I'm doing something, I just grab those. It's just right here. So, anyways, makeup roulette is perfect for this purpose. Okay, what was that? That was eyeliner. Eyelashes, we're going to skip. Eyeshadow primer. Lorac, behind the scenes. If it's right beside me, I'm just going to pull it. Contour, the e.l.f. Contour Cream Palette. Again, right beside me. Concealer, Amazon Clay Tarte. Okay, good stuff. I'm not going to do my brows unless I get something I can't brush out. But for right now, we're not doing brows. Bronzer. Okay, Too Faced Chocolate. Not that. And blush. The Shaina B Miami palette. And I don't know what color. I guess I get to choose. So what am I missing? Contour. Oh, I've already got that beside me. Primer, palette. Okay. So that's the roulette. And let me pull some stuff together. I'll be right back. Okay, that was a little difficult. I tried to come back on 2 or 3 times. I had to stop and delete and start over because I would forget this. You know, I forgot brushes. Then I forgot the microphone. I forgot. But we're back. And hopefully we're doing okay. So I started to say something a minute ago. And I'm going to go ahead and get started here. But I started to say something about this. It's called UCANBE. And it's overseas somewhere. I forget. But this is the ChocoFusion palette I'll be using today. And they reached out and they wanted. And I do get a lot of people reaching out and wanting to do, you know, be an affiliate, get a code, get discounts, and that's fine. But I want to, as I've said in the video where I talk about, where I'm just sitting here and talking to you, I will promote or you know, more likely take on something that I use a lot, something that I really like a lot. And my mirror, my window, or what are you? But the only problem I had with this palette, it's okay. It didn't win me over like, oh my God, you have to tell everybody about this. And it came from overseas, which I don't have a problem with, but it was pricier than I thought it should have been. And it just took a tremendous amount of time to get to me. And if I want to recommend something, I want to recommend something that is not only good, but has good shipping, good customer service, etc., etc. So the reason why I have never done an affiliate to this point is because it didn't completely match my expectations and needs, and somehow, and it could possibly not even be the palette itself or lashes. You know, I think I gave that example when we were talking before. So anyways, I am completely honored and thrilled to be an affiliate for Mad Rabbit. So, you know, if you like tattoos like I do, you know people that like tattoos, do not hesitate to check it out. Let me know. Okay, so I'm using a different palette for the contour because I could not find a contour that I thought would work. They all seem really dark, and I forgot where I put stuff. Okay, so I've been trying to decide what I'm going to use color-wise. It's not an easy task on a palette I don't use a lot, but I know I put the transition color on, and I'm thinking to use a pink because I have the pink lashes. It's really not pink though. They don't really come off a pink color. That's why I was looking in this part of it where I pulled out to see if there was a pink, and that's probably the pink I need. Yeah. And maybe the lighter one on the inner corners. But we'll do this. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the eyelid. Got to wipe it off my hands. When I was cleaning up this palette that, like I said, I tore it up. It did not come to me this way. It came to me in pristine shape. I tore it up for this. And it had a bunch of the brown come off. It was a disaster. So I cleaned it up, obviously. But in the process, I got it all over my shirt. So, and yeah, it's a white shirt. We're just going to I got the brush a little wet just to help cling it. I'm not going to go all the way into the inner corner. Like I said, I'll save that for a lighter pink or a highlight. This is pretty. And the reason I went with pink is because I have the pink lipstick. So I was trying to make sure I can make it work. Very pigmented, very pretty, which is why I was going to take these colors with me to Mexico. Of course, I never ended up using them. I mean, seriously. But it was nice. But yeah, these shimmers are very nice. The palette itself has a lot of different shimmers. Now, I'm going to say a lot of it kind of resembled each other, I guess is a good way to put it. The color was very close to another color, but that's okay. Like I said, I cannot say really anything bad about the palette itself. It was just, you know, it just took too long to get to me. And I'm one of those that I buy it. I want it yesterday. Yeah. And, you know, if I don't get it yesterday, it's my fault because I've probably contemplated and debated with myself. The only time I make a snap decision on buying makeup is if it's on sale. Otherwise, I go through these processes. Do I need it? Of course, I know I want it. If I'm at that point, I know I want it. So I don't know why I even argue with myself. I typically go ahead and get it when I'm at that stage where I'm arguing. Do I need it? Do I need it? No, I don't need it, but do I want it? And I typically go ahead and buy it. I'm not saying that's healthy at all. So, as you can tell, it is very pigmented. If you, of course, I haven't heard from this company in a while. I don't even know if they're still in existence. I would have thought so. What do I know? All right. Trying just to blend it all out. Okay. I feel like it's a little bit darker right in the crease and it's not blending. It could be me. It could be the primer. It could be the makeup or the eyeshadow. But I am working to make them even. I keep talking really low and I'm sorry. And that probably sounded like I screamed at you. Screaming at myself because I don't know why. I get to saying stuff and I get to thinking and bam, there you go. And then I yell. Don't take it personally, please. See, I whispered. I said, don't take it personally, please. Okay. Now, as I am blending this out, and I'm going to use the transition too because I think that just is too much. But I need to make them at least look similar. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. A couple things. How's your weather? Ours has been beautiful. And then today, it's colder. I don't know what it's colder than, but it's cold. Let's just see if we can blend some of that. Oh, I'm not real happy. Thankfully, I'm working at my desk today and I'm not out in it much. But geez, what happened to that 60s? And it's supposed to rain again. You know, welcome spring, right? Hopefully you have good weather wherever you're at. Whether you like the cold or not, whatever you like, I hope you get. How's that? Okay. I still am not a big fan of this. I think it needs to be really buffed out more. I'll clean that up too. So I went to my surgeon yesterday. A little bit of update. As we thought, I will be having surgery. No timeline given yet. There's just so much to do. I have to take some classes. I have to see a dietitian. I mean, there's just a whole lot of jumping through hoops. Then we got to really jump through hoops for the insurance, which is part of the reason why I'm doing the hoops that I'm doing is for insurance purposes, because they think they can control your life. And unfortunately, they really do. They pretty much control you if you're sick or need something done. But anyway, so yes, I will be having surgery. Don't know yet when. I will let everybody know during that time that I'm going to be out, because I'll probably be in the hospital a couple days, and then I will be 1 full week where I probably won't do much, and then I'll get back into it. And so I won't be doing videos during that time of recovery and getting better. What I'm going to try to do is download enough content that I can schedule it out. That way, you know, it won't seem like I'm missing for a month again. I hate that because I'm sure that just echoed a lot on there. But, yeah. So we knew the surgery was probably going to happen. I mean, none of us were shocked when I come home after talking to the doctor and he told me that I was going to have surgery. I will tell you, the doctor, you know, I'm sitting there talking to the doctor, and he's asking questions, asking blah, 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 and he's seen this before. He has actually done surgeries like this before for the very same problem I have going on. And he looked at me, he told me how many numbers he had done, and they've been all a success story. And he looked at me and he said, "We will get you fixed." Dude, you don't even understand. I just about lost it right there in the room with him. You know, he's sitting there and he is, I mean, I like the doctor. I liked him a lot. I'd never met him before. He came recommended from the doctor that I ended up seeing with help from my customer service rep. You know, that doctor that I went to then recommended him on. And I should have gone on and put the glue on here, but we're okay. Guys, you just don't even understand. I'm doing the waterline too, because this green, although it pops like this, I'm putting lashes on, and the lashes will hide a lot of it. So the waterline there, I'm hoping will carry some of that color over. And then, of course, I'll put it on the bottom too. So just in case you were wondering what I was doing, your waterline is top and bottom, and it's right there, like it says, right where it gets watery, which I don't do a lot of waterline because, as I have said in the past, I can't speak today. My eyes are so watery. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop some glue on these lashes. Let them sit while I do the mascara, and I got my heating curler on so I can see when it's ready, or use it when it's ready. But anyways, so, you know, I have a great support system. I do. I was in there with this doctor, and after he told me he could fix me, I would have probably ran through the wall for him if he had said I needed to do that. Or, hell, I don't know. I would have done just about anything at that point, because for 7 months, nobody has looked at me and said, "I can fix you." Nobody knew what the problem was and how to fix it until I get to him. And he tells me, he says, "I see this often." He said, "There really is no explanation on why your stomach basically goes paralyzed." He said, but that's what's happened. Okay. And this is a very hard and emotional to talk about, because, like I said, I've been fighting this for 7 months. I've had so many tests run on my stomach and on my esophagus, and, you know, just... And I won't lie, I was terrified I was going to go see this doctor and him tell me there was nothing he could do to help me, and I'd be back at 1. You know, they won. But he didn't. And I did like this guy. He answered every question I had, every problem, concern. He was very thorough, very, you know, and even when he set me up with a scheduler, he told me, he said, "So this is what you're going to do. This is what," he says, "and if you don't want me as your surgeon, we'll find you another surgeon." And I'm like, "Dude, nope, you're mine, I'm yours. I am not doing another doctor. I am not starting again," because you see another doctor and it really won't matter what you've said to Dr. A, B, C, and D. They're going to want to start their own again. And I'm past it. So I've set up, I have to take some classes. I've got the first one coming up in a couple of days. And then, like I said, I got to see a dietitian. I got to make sure I am healthy enough to do this surgery and whatever. So, of course, I jumped all over it. Like, yes, sign me up. Now, you want to do the surgery today? We'll do the surgery today. That kind of was where I was at. Thankfully, it doesn't happen like that. So I was able to come home and literally start thinking about it. And like I said, I have a wonderful support system. And they asked the questions. They were the devil's advocate. And, you know, going back and forth and whatever. Because this is a major surgery. Like, essentially, they're bypassing my stomach completely. So even though my stomach will still be in my body, it will be useless. It won't do anything. And because it is technically a bariatric surgery, that's why I have to have all these classes and do all this stuff and fight insurance. Because I have two insurance companies, mine and my husband's. My husband's pays for bariatrics, mine doesn't. But because this isn't a bariatric surgery, I'm shaking again. Because this isn't a bariatric surgery, they think they can get it approved. So, yeah, it was just so much. So, my left eye has just started hurting and watering. I don't even know why. I haven't touched it. So I come home and I talked to my small circle of people, and they were playing devil's advocate because, like I said, it is a major surgery, making sure we're all on the same page on what to expect and questions to ask. And, you know, thankfully, to be fair, the 3 doctors I saw for my gastro all said the same thing, that you're probably going to have this surgery. So, way back in November when it was first mentioned to me, I had already started researching, trying to find out, talk to people that may have had this surgery and get a feel for it, you know, understand it. So I was already there, and I already had the answers to probably 90% of the questions that was asked of me from my circle. But, you know, I had to stop and think if this was the right choice. If, here's my thing, because there's problems associated with having this as well, right? And I asked the doctor about them, and, you know, he was honest. So, you know, and a lot of it I had read. What he's telling me I had read from other people that have had the surgery or other accounts of the surgery, whatever. So I appreciated the fact that he was honest and he told me, you know, this, that, and the other. But I kept thinking, I said, am I just trading one problem for another? Because there is inherent problems that could happen from having a bypass. Plus, until I stable out, I'm going to lose more weight. So, again, I have never in my life complained about losing weight. And yet here I am thinking, oh God, I want to lose more weight. But in the end, after I sit down and talk to everybody, my husband and even my daughter, who come in later because she was coaching the game, we all agree, really, I don't have other choice. My other option is a feeding tube, either through my nose or one that's implanted in my stomach. And I have heard such horrible stories about those that are implanted in your stomach. Like it coming out, it getting caught, then it getting infected and red and oozing. And it's just like right in your stomach coming out. So, no thank you. The tube, I don't know if you remember, I told you when they put that tube through my nose and down my throat, it was torture. It was hell. No way. I'm not even gonna lie. No way could I do that. I just can't. That was 100% awful. Like, I won't say it was the worst thing I'd ever done because it was not painful. but it was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. And I can't imagine walking around the rest of my life like that, because essentially that's what this is. I live with it for the rest of my life, or I try to get it fixed and have a somewhat normal life. And yes, there's going to be things that has to be changed and done in my diet and all that kind of stuff. And that's fine, because changing a diet and being able to eat versus not having a diet and not being able to eat anything. But anyways, okay, I really rambled longer than I meant to on that. Like I said, I don't know yet when the surgery will be. I will keep everybody up to date. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I know it's not what you came here for. You came here to talk makeup, so let's just get back to it. But, okay. One thing I noticed on these lashes, and like I said, I don't wear them often, definitely need to trim a little bit on them. I didn't trim them enough. Other than that, I think they're fine. They're Velour, which is not going to be a shock to any of you all when I say that is my favorite brand, because it's one of my favorite brands. I have a ton of them, and actually where I threw out some that were bad, I need to buy more. But anyways, that's my face. I mean, that's my eyes. So now let's do this face. I am prepped. I was going to clean my eyes, but I really don't think I need to. And it's probably just because I can't see them now. Yeah. I know. I should have cleaned them before, but the lashes cover up all multitudes of sins. So I think I've got everything out and ready. So let's just get to it. And I am almost out of this, so I'm going to probably have to take it off the list. It was, I like OFRA. And this product isn't bad. It did not overwhelm me or make me feel like I have to continue to buy it. So I probably won't buy it again. But, like I said, it's not bad. I got this blemish here. I very seldom get pimples. You know, I don't want to jinx myself. Kind of been that way my whole life, though. But, yeah. See, I don't know if you can tell, but that primer is actually really nice. And I feel like it does blur a little bit through here. Okay. But I am low, so I probably will take it off the list because I don't want it to run out. I always like to... I should take the glasses off. Gonna have to wash them. I always like to put setting spray over top of my primer. It just, I don't know why. I saw it on somebody's page that did that, and I'm like, that's actually smart, because it sets your primer. So, I don't know. Okay, so here is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. You all know that I use the, yeah, I use that. I use the concealer of that a lot. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer down right here. And this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay that was picked. So I got my, I don't know if you can see or not. Didn't even, I can't tell how far down I am. I've got a mirror right in front of you. So in case you're ever wondering why I'm looking down, that's why. And over here's my big mirror. Okay. The ColourPop Pretty Fresh, and like I said, I use the concealer of this a lot. It is got hyaluronic acid. It's hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer, so it's a light foundation. It's not heavy. And It's just supposed to help plump and whatever. Now I really like their concealer. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Let's take I haven't used this one in a while. And that's why the Makeup Roulette is so good, because I use products I haven't used in a while. And there's nothing wrong with this product at all. Like, I like it. It's just not one of the first ones I grab when I'm just sitting down to do it. So hence why I use the Makeup Roulette. Making sure my eyebrows were good. I don't want to have to fill them. I didn't plan on it. Okay. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Make sure that looks good. Okay. What do you think? You like? So is there a foundation that you love and have not seen me try it? Because I would love to try it. I've got plenty. Don't get me wrong. I have no need for more foundation. Oh, this just broke. I'll be back. Okay, that's annoying, but I did get it back. We'll see how clunky it is. And this is the second product I've had this week that is like a roll up and roll down that has gotten stuck in the tube. And I always put them down, but now see, it's not going to go down. Sorry, I shouldn't have tapped it like that next to the... So I'm just tapping it in. Okay. Yeah. This is the Amazonian Clay concealer. It is a little bit what I would think thicker, fuller coverage than some of my other concealers. I do like it. This is not this color is just my basic color. Like, you've probably seen where I have concealers that are lighter, and then natural color, and that's by design because I like highlighting under my eyes, which today, and I'm hoping it's not going to be a disaster, we're using the powder. And the powder is the one I had to recently buy for the J-Lo look, if you remember that video. And because I dropped it during that video. So I had to go buy it, so when I did the look, it was ready. Okay. Let's put on contour, then I'll do the powder. I don't know why. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. Sorry. Nothing fancy, just some water. But I don't know why I forgot my contour brush. I truly don't know what I was going to say. Okay. If it comes to me, I'll tell you. Really don't know what I was going to say. This is the e.l.f. contour palette. It's got the 4 plus a highlight, which I won't use, but It's weird because when I do a highlight, I like to use a white eyeshadow, which I'll show you here when I get to it. Because I need to do the inside of my eye in the lighter pink. And then I'll add some, what will I add? I have to buff that out. That was really thick right there. Some white. But I do that usually after to help highlight. And I do have highlight that I'm using. But as far as, I don't know, I'm a confusing person. So I don't use the highlight contour stuff. I very seldom actually use highlight. Like, I don't. But I like to highlight with the white. I'm just a complicated person. I'm sorry. Okay. Put some powder down. Oh, I forgot to do my nose. I'll do my nose here real quick so I can powder around it. Well, y'all knew I couldn't get through a video without knocking something over, right? Does it surprise you that I just knocked all that over? Something. We're just going to lay it there. I'm done. Okay. I was getting ready to say that's all I'm going to use, but it's more than I typically use, so. Now I've got Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, which I love this bronzer. So if I'm using, like I said, the ones I usually reach for are drugstore type. You can get at Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS. I absolutely love them. Those are typically the first bronzers I grab. But if I'm grabbing a bronzer that is more, I don't know if I'd call it high end, but you can't buy it just anywhere. This is one of them. So, I just really like it. I like the way it looks, smells, because it does smell amazing. So let's just brush all that away. Okay. I always feel like I have one side that looks better than the other. It's the same for usually my eyeshadow, my lashes, everything. And the funny thing is, so the side that I usually think is better in my eyes is not the same side as I say is better in my face. I don't know, maybe it's by design so I can be all around. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, so there's that. Now, try to move things around as I go. I'm sorry. I know I'm making a mess. I know you can hear a lot of what I'm doing. Got powder trying to go up my nose. I'm just, you know, buffing out making sure everything looks good. Now, for my highlight, this is the IBY and Radiant Glow. I always put this on before blush. A lot of people don't. They put it on after. And again, it's whatever you want to do. I started just to not pay attention to where I was putting that. Oh, there it is. You see that glow? It's a pretty glow. Okay. Now, the Shaina B Miami is a 4 palette, 4 colors. And these more are highlights, and these are more mattes, and I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with that one because I just put a highlight down, so I don't need to put another one on top. So we'll say it's very light, and that's fine with me. I did my makeup yesterday, go to the doctor, and I did a very simple look. I mean, I was going to a doctor, right? And I didn't even put blush on. So I just had on bronze and blush. Blonde. Bronze. No blush. And I got home, and of course I think a lot of it had to do with just being excited and whatever. But my face was so flush. I'm like, huh, did you put blush on? Because it kind of looks like you did, Erin. But I didn't. Imagine that. Okay. That's my face. I'm almost done. So what do you think? I love feedback. I really do. I mean, when I ask you all for your opinions and thoughts and, you know, just shout out, give me some ideas, I truly mean it. I do. I truly mean it. And now, let's do some white. And I need to do, let's do the inner corner of my eye. Or the, yeah. It's a mess. You think? I think it looks good. Yeah, I'm trying to look over my mirror. Wow. That looks spectacular. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of the darker pink. Just to blend the two. I like it a lot. Ooh. Okay, enough playing. Now let's do the white. And I like to put the white right here. Highlight that area. Highlight this area. Highlight the bridge of my nose a little bit more than the highlight. I'm going to do right in here, which I don't always do that, but I feel like it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And by doing this, I'm kind of also lifting the face. Okay. What do I want to wipe it off with? I know. I got this out and I didn't use it, so let's use it. All right. See? Just gives it a little bit more of a lifted look. Now, let's put some green under my eyes. And then mascara. For another little bold pop of color. We got the pink. Now we got some green. Nice. And a little bit of, I picked up the wrong, I was going to use the concealer for mascara. This is the Urban Decay Perversion. In case I forgot to mention that. All right. I think it looks good. What do you all think? Yeah, I do. I think it looks good on you. Okay. Last, but not least, I should have done something with my lips, but I didn't, is the lipstick. This is the Mally's. Something fuchsia. So that it's got a glare. Frisky fuchsia. I've worn it a few times, but not a lot. I do like sticks. Problem with sticks is they usually aren't like long lasting. And this is very creamy. So this isn't one that will stay long. So that's okay. But for the look, guys, what do you think? I'm happy with it. Like I said, sometimes when you do these makeup roulettes, it's just like you don't know what you're going to get. And products that I haven't used in a while can be very, very tricky. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me, for being here, for listening to me complain and carry on, and always offering out advice or thoughts or whatever. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget, if you are that tattoo person or you know someone, go below, see the website, the link, and use my affiliate code. Guys, get a discount, 20% off. It's not bad. Otherwise, thank you. Guys, I love you all. You know I do. I appreciate you more than you know. And until next time, goodbye.